Recent trade frictions with the United States and tariff escalations have catalyzed some concerns in India and risk eroding some trust.
Both our countries face enormous challenges today, including democratic backsliding, including discrimination, decreasing freedoms of press and religion, and increasing human rights abuses. We also are facing challenges around tariff. These tariffs are the greatest threat to their business in over 120 years.
Now, every relationship has its challenges, but some run deeper than others. On the India-China relationship, fears of a recent diplomatic thaw, I think, are overstated. Border disputes, strategic rivalry, and Beijing's coercive economic behavior will ensure that relationship stays adversarial. India's legacy dependence on Russia for defense equipment and energy is real, but also steadily shrinking. Russia, unlike the United States, plays little role in India's technologies of the future, like AI, quantum, and biotech. Recent trade frictions with the United States and tariff escalations have catalyzed some concerns in India and risk eroding some trust. While a major trade agreement can unlock significant gains, we still need to rebuild that confidence in U.S. reliability. But perhaps the biggest challenge we face right now is a say-do gap. Implementation has not always matched ambition. Slow progress on major initiatives, such as jet engine co-production agreement, can dilute strategic benefits and weaken deterrence. Closing this gap requires investment of sustained resources, focus, and leadership.
I'm very proud of my roots in India, my birth country, where my mother still lives after my father's passing earlier this year. And as the first and only Indian-American woman in the United States Congress, I'm deeply invested in this strong U.S.-India bilateral relationship. Our relationship has been forged in shared democratic values, countering the influence of China, and strategic partnerships on everything from innovative technologies to pharmaceutical manufacturing. And I think a relationship that strengthens both of our countries while calling out areas of disagreement, if necessary, is very important. Both our countries face enormous challenges today, including democratic backsliding, including discrimination, decreasing freedoms of press and religion, and increasing human rights abuses. We also are facing challenges around tariffs, both here in the United States and in India. These tariffs are damaging India's economy and also hurting American businesses and consumers. Just last week, I heard from a fifth-generation family-owned company in Washington State that relies on agricultural products from India that can't be sourced at scale in the United States. They told me that these tariffs are the greatest threat to their business in over 120 years, and they're looking at either downsizing or offshoring their production to meet increased costs. Meanwhile, this president has threatened people-to-people ties by shutting down legal pathways to immigrate, reminiscent of a legacy of discriminatory quotas that made it extremely difficult for Indians to immigrate in the first place. As the only member of Congress to have been on both a student visa and an H-1B visa, I deeply understand the harms of those policies and am committed to making sure that we continue to provide strong legal pathways for people to come to this country from India as well as around the world. I've also been concerned about and just met with this morning a coalition of groups that's been working on anti-Indian hate that has been rising in the United States, and I've been hearing about from my own constituents. I just want to make the point that Indian Americans are extremely important to our economy, an integral part of our society, running major Fortune 500 companies as well as startups and leading cutting-edge research to